Under withdrawal guns, they had all of my family step out of the house. I ended up spending 27 days fighting from the jail.
He said, you know what, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm gonna fight all the way.
Don't care what color you are, as long as you want to change this miserable condition that exists on this earth.
For me personally, my activism started after reading the book, the autobiography of Malcolm X.
The case was not a federal case, but I don't know why the FBI was involved.
I was part of some hiring committees. The college decided to remove me from those following my speech.
We would not allow anyone to treat us as guilty people, as suspects, as second-class citizens.
It started back in January 6, 2005. They came out with a search warrant for my business and for my house. Somebody told me, one of the neighbors called me and told me, hey, there's a huge amount of FBI agents, Sheriff Department, Department of State, undercovers, Channel 4 News, and they're all over there by your shop. I was shocked, man. What kind of search, what this is all about. At the end of the day, they said, you're going to jail. I said, what for? They said, you will know when you get there. So when they took me into jail, it was a $20,000 bail bond. And they ended up jacking up the bail bond from 20 grand to $500,000. Because of that, I ended up spending 27 days fighting from the jail.
And I remember when he approached me, it was almost unbelievable the way it was described, the way he was targeted. And this was a time, an era in the post 9/11 era where American Muslims were deemed by our own government as guilty until proven innocent.
2 months down the road, surprisingly, I received a letter, means they're trying to revoke my green card for no reason. At the time, me and my wife, we were in one case. So imagine, I was going to both courts at the same time. I was defending myself in immigration case and criminal case.
Every year, just in LA alone, about 650, 700 people contact CAIR about civil rights cases involving school bullying, harassment at the airport, discrimination at the workplace, people not being allowed to pray Jum'ah or grow a beard or wear hijab.
So what happened is that I gave my speech on Friday, June 9th, during my community college graduation. I gift my graduation to all Palestinians who have lost their lives and those who continue to lose their lives every day due to the oppressive apartheid state of Israel, killing and torturing Palestinians as we speak. And I didn't really get anything negative, whether it's like before or right after this I gave my speech. I actually did receive applause like from the students, and I received good feedback from the students who came up to me. And so it wasn't until really Monday, the following Monday, that I became aware of all the backlash that kind of started with social media specifically. And it was just a bunch of like groups or individuals who would tweet or post about my speech and how it was a hateful speech. And then also my own college, like El Camino College, did issue a campus-wide email that they sent that following Wednesday, basically saying how my speech was also open room for hate and making a lot of remarks like about my speech that were not positive and putting me in a negative light. And in addition to that, they also did remove me from the hiring committees that I was part of at the time, following the speech that I gave during graduation.
The minute we heard about the case, I immediately connected Jana and her parents with our civil rights team who worked on it immediately to contact the school, let the school know that Jana is not alone. And once they saw CAIR was involved and the attorneys of CAIR were involved, immediately they backtracked.
Nobody can give you independence. Nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you take it.
Malcolm X represents the beginning of the organized American Muslim community. At CAIR, we see ourselves as an advocacy organization that focuses on empowering and building the influence of the American Muslim community, a community that is proud of its identity, that is free to practice its religion. And obviously, that requires protection in terms of civil rights. That's why we have the Civil Rights Department, immigration services, to make sure that no one falls through the cracks of the very complex immigration system that we have here.
Now I finalized the criminal case. I went back to finalize my immigration court. When they came out with the search warrant, they took all of my documents that prove that I could win this case easily in a court of law, which is a black briefcase. So he went to a sheriff. They said, oh, FBI got it. I go to FBI said, oh, sheriff got it. So I got lost. What to do? And then at the end, I talked to Hussam Elouche out of CAIR, and he told me, go ahead and talk to Ahilan in LA ACLU, American Civil Liberty Union. So imagine the day Ahilan called supervisor of the FBI, and next day in the morning, the same detective who jacked up our bail bond called me in person, and he said, we'll find your briefcase.
A huge thing that CAIR actually did was write a letter to my college condemning them or calling them out actually for the mass email that they sent out, which was very negative towards me and put me in a very negative view. So after I contacted CAIR and I reached out, I felt definitely more supported and more empowered.
Our vision for CAIR when it comes to the American Muslim community is a community that is no longer on the defensive.
After that, I filed for my citizenship because it was more than 5 years since I got my green card. That's where the harassment started again. They came with another search warrant before the final judgment, whether I become an American citizen or not. So after a year, Hussam and CAIR was involved with them. Hey, what did you do that? He was about to get his ceremony done, become a US citizen. And they told me, just wait, there's no charges.
Hussam's case is one of these cases where CAIR came forward, and basically what we did, we fought on many fronts. One is making sure that we had the legal support that he deserves at that point. And we made sure that we worked with many of our allies, including ACLU, also worked with politicians to raise awareness. We put pressure on the Sheriff Department because it's one of the agencies along with the FBI that targeted him.
I ended up filing again for my citizenship. This time it was in 2014. I waited a year, I waited 2 years. Attorney keep calling the office, oh, it's a pending case. It's a pending case, okay? We filed a lawsuit, you go in front of the judge, and in front of the judge, they keep asking for more time. Because of this, you have two options. Either you drop the lawsuits and you file again after 5 years, or we're gonna have all these agencies involved and testify against you in courts, and definitely you're gonna lose your green card. So we end up dropping the case, withdraw the lawsuit, and wait another 5 years and file again.
And I have to say, I was very impressed, and I commend Mr. Khalil for his courage and his principled courage. And at the end, thank God, his status was gained in terms of as an American citizen, and the false charges were dropped.
So I went with my attorney and we did the ceremony back on February 23rd, 2023. So finally, I'm an American citizen.
We will not allow anyone to treat us as guilty people, as suspects, as second-class citizens. So I want to invite everybody, always, when you face such a challenge, remember that defending your rights is not about only your rights, it's about your community's rights, it's about every person's right in America.